Alright guys, today I'm going to show you why Caravan Notes is the most delightful writing experience on the internet. I'm Zaid, and I built this because all great content starts with writing, so why not make it a fun experience? Let's go. First things first is I wanted you to get lost in your writing, so all the block editors and the formatting stuff is just hidden. So you got all your blocks in that nifty little button. You highlight something, boom, you can bold it, italicize it, strike, underline, all the basic things you'd expect from an editor. This is the founder version you're using right now, and you can bet all your money that this is gonna just keep getting better and better. Ask everybody that uses it. I keep pushing features almost on a weekly basis. So yeah, you got your basic stuff. You can double tap the shortcuts to highlight the whole, like format the whole block. You got shortcuts for all the blocks too. And then this is kind of where it starts getting into like differentiation zone, right? So you can chat with your note. You don't have to copy and paste it into ChatGPT or all of that. You don't need ChatGPT. All you need is Caravan Notes, and you got access to all the ChatGPT, OpenAI models, Anthropic models, the whole, kit and caboodle. All right, nifty shortcuts. You can go to the top. You can ask chat whatever you want. You can bring in context as you like. Here I'm bringing in, showing you how you can bring in one edition of the newsletter, or you can bring in all of the newsletters you've ever written and put them in chat without copy pasting everything and managing context. You can also see what's in context, so you can have it as a reference. Let's say you're working on something, you should be like, hey, what did I write here? You can just bring it in without changing the note you're in. So I'm showing you here, it's easy to navigate. Boom, you can pick all these models. They're configured for writing and exploring ideas, and they're gonna challenge you on ideas. They're not super agreeable, so that's fun. Boom. And what's nice is all the different, I'm gonna show you this right now, but they can talk to each other too. So it's, each model knows that it's its own model, so it's kind of having like a council of AI, right? Here, ask Gemini, we ask 4.1, all in the same chat. You can also do like Command K, like inline assistance type AI. So here and what's nice about the assistant is that it has context of what's before and what's after you're writing, like the position it's at and what you're highlighting. So you can ask it to make edits, and it'll know the context of where it's creating the edits. So it'll make it more seamless. Here, I tell it to write a different example. The reason I use this example is for the main feature of Caravan Notes, which I'm about to show you. And boom, it's rhythm highlighting. So you've seen this. This sentence has a very simple structure. The one that it changed it from was, this sentence has 5 words. This next sentence has 5 words. 5-word sentences are boring. They become monotonous. And it's like the Gary Provost example. Now you don't have to do it in your head. You don't have to think about, oh, what's the rhythm? You can just do it in Caravan Notes and see it. And you can also see all the 3-syllable words, 4-syllable words, 5 or more syllable words, because the number of syllables in a word make it harder or easier to read. And you can choose, like, for example, Hemingway tells you this is a long sentence and it's bad. That's not true. You can write long sentences, but it just has to be in a certain rhythm where you've given the reader enough rest to hit them with a big and juicy sentence, right? But it all affects the reading age right here. And the higher the syllable of the word, the higher the reading age. So if you're targeting a younger audience, you want to use lower syllable words. It also shows you repetitions. So repetitions is another thing where it's like, it can work for you in good piece of writing. If the topic is about a certain subject, you want to keep repeating certain phrases, certain words. So this shows you that. And if it's not part of the theme of the essay, you want to see these repetitions as an opportunity to vary up your vocabulary. Adjectives, adverbs, same thing. So a lot of times people say the powerful wizard, and it's like, how is he powerful? So when you identify where the adjectives are, you have opportunities to be more descriptive and more specific. So the wizard could change the weather with the wave of his wand, right? It shows you this picture of a powerful wizard. So this is helpful if you're writing, to just spot areas in your writing where you can be more specific, be more visual. And then I give you basic stats. Well, you can see the reading age, the word sentences, words per sentence, syllables per sentence. That kind of makes it, are my sentences hard to read or not? And the reading time. And then you got easy navigation. I changed, let me just go back. I changed notes just to show you this like contents thing. Anyways, but you can navigate easily to different, headings in your note. You don't have to scroll through. And it has like these easy navigation things. It also has version control. So if you have like a lot of AI output that you want to save someplace, but you don't want to save it in a new note, you can just save a version of like all the AI tips. That's what I did for the landing page when I was coming up with the copy. I put all the AI tips in a version so I can, check it out. And then you also have these little, actions. I'm going to show you right here. 1 second. Boom. You can basically unfold all of it or hide all of it. It just makes it easier. And you can do the same thing for checklists. If you have like a recurring checklist and you want to check all or uncheck all, you don't have to do it one by one. Just, small things like that. And if you need anything, built out, I got you. You can just reach out to me. There's an in-app chat, or I'm available on Discord and Twitter, and I'll help you out. Here I'm showing you how you can change. If you're in a certain folder, you can just cycle through the notes without leaving the note. Let's say you're writing a book and it's in a folder, a project folder of the book, and you want to just cycle through the chapters without constantly leaving and coming back. And there's also keyboard shortcuts for everything. This is the Finder. It has all your basic Finder things. It can search a note by title or by contents, and here it shows you like boom, it highlights everything. You can sort by however way you like it. You can group by however way you like it. It's really based on Apple Notes, because Apple Notes to me was the most usable notes app. It works offline. This works offline. You can install it on your phone as an application. It works exactly like an application. No browser bar, no nothing. So it's based on Apple Notes, where it's like folder notes. Maximum utility is where I'm going. Minimalism, utility. And you can pin folders and you can pin notes. You're not just tied to just notes. In Apple Notes, you just pin notes, but here you can pin folders too, just to make your workflow easier. And that's it. That is Caravan Notes. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know.